Bark, bark, bark. So yeah. Hi. Yes. Made it. Here we are again. And here we are again for show number 326. Well, yeah, 326 is close enough for rock and roll. Of this, the Troubadork live stream. Hey, Kay. Hey, Tim. How are y'all? Welcome. Now, Kay knows this because he discovered it this last Saturday. Amy and I snuck up to Scarborough. Didn't tell anybody. Didn't ask for any comps. We came in like regular customers. And we did that because there's a couple of our friends, Isaac and Donna, who were vending up there, selling plushies at a booth they call The Mill. And they were only going to be selling plushies up there for the first month of that run. And we snuck up there and we saw them. And that was a lot of fun. We also snuck in and saw a lot of other people. Lucky, the person who inspired Fernando. Fernando. And we started, like, sniping. Yes. We started sniping as we went. Exactly. And so we hit up... we tried to find our friend at Delicious Doom, but she was not to be seen, which is astonishing. But we did give the recipe for the caramel to Brian. So, Brian, give Hannah the caramel recipe. Thank you. And then we sat down, because I was my legs were still being dumb, still working on this whole leg thing. And we sat down right on the path of the parade, and we just, like, picked people off, one by one. It was amazing, the number of double takes. It was glorious. It was fantastic, and we had a lot of fun with that. We left shortly thereafter, because what we did is we literally drove up for 3 hours. We spent 3 hours at the fair, and then we drove back. And then we were tired, and we were really, really tired and ready to go home. So that was fun. Now, the next visit up to Scarborough was scheduled, and we're telling people about it. Yes, we're coming up for Memorial Day weekend, and we're going to stay up in Waxahachie for a week, and then we are going to drive from Waxahachie up to the castle at Muskogee. And currently, it's going to be me and Amy and Ashley from Queen Anne's Lace, and maybe Jen. Jen may ride with Chris, Chris really likes to drive his own car, but I love the idea of just having a pile of people in a vehicle to go up. Because I will tell you this right now, speaking of someone who has driven up there, who has driven to Waxahachie solo a lot over 6 years, it's really nice to have someone else to talk to. And we always talk through all kinds of stuff, making plans and working things out. And we used to do that when we both worked at Yahoo. We would literally drive into work talking the entire trip time. We would go to work in our separate buildings. We'd come meet for lunch. Then we'd kiss and go back to our separate buildings, and we'd meet again, and we'd drive home. Near the end, though, I got on a 4:10 schedule, so Amy had to wait for 2 hours after she got off her shift. And we lived far enough away from the office at Yahoo that she couldn't go home and then come back and get me and have it make any sense. So she did hang out the library a lot. The library was not too far, but I digress. Welcome to the We Don't Have a Plan. I'm just happy to see people out there. Honestly. It's nice to be back in. I am working on a number of songs. I had something come to me in a dream, which I'm still kind of working on, but I have a really nice chord structure that I got to play with. And I'll give you that. I won't give you the words just yet. And then we'll actually do like a song, because, sometimes we just gotta get these things kind of written down. And I did actually get this written down, which is good. Now I have to figure out where I put it. There it is. Yeah. I think that's gonna be nice when I get my head around it a little bit more. I have like one set of verses, and the thing is, when I write these things, I either have words first or I have music first. And sometimes the music is harder to put the words to, but then the Filk engine kicks in, and I start thinking, oh, I'm gonna put words to that. Let's do a song. Why not? All right. Got it. Don't want to run things, but my friend can. They've got charisma, they've got the plan. My buddy's got the means, and by them I'll stand. When it comes to world domination, I'm their biggest fan. Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. Sound check a lot at Sherwood, and people dance past. Listen to it. So it's catchy. World's a tricky place, so much to solve. My friend won't let the challenge, well, they're resolved. They're gonna need some help to implement their plan, and I'll be quite happy to be their right-hand man, Not second in command, fourth or fifth. Administrative. Someone's got to do paperwork, right? Right? Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. Bridge. Declare the bridge. That's good manners. Now, they're not evil, don't get me wrong. Their intent's moral, their ethics strong. They're simply gonna guide us to a better land. You'll barely notice their firm yet gentle hand. Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. Well, I just can't wait to watch my plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. Thank God I said mine, didn't I? Might as well own it. Well, I just can't wait to watch my plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. And we are off and running. We're underway. Finally, I got a song out. So yeah, excuse me. It's been a complicated year, very complicated. The day job is improving. We have 2 new network/server guys, and we're training them up on how our network/servers work. And I am continuing to be the font of all wisdom and knowledge and tribal information for the department. Okay, I guess. Someone has to provide all the lore. You know what I have not played for a while? I'll tell you what I have not played for a while. Well, there's a lot of things I have not played for a while because I have been doing the Rennie stuff. And I love the Rennie stuff. I enjoy it a great deal. And the Rennie set tends to be like, I don't know all the words to Whiskey in the Jar, Friend from Fair, Useless Magic Sword, Squidditch, and then Song of the Bard. I'll also throw in Hasselhoff Ballad in there. I will chuck a couple of other songs down here and there. Fernando, Trebuchet. Trebuchet is very popular. But there's some stuff that I really love that I have not been doing because it is generally not, you know, Renaissance Fair stuff. Now, if I start doing certain other events and cons and stuff, like, this right here. Because Kay's here. And if I don't play this, then it could make Kay sad. And we do not want to make Kay sad, now do we? No, we don't. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Neither rain nor snow nor sleet nor hail can make the platypus postman fail. Even in a flood he's still not stuck, 'cause the platypus postman swims like a duck. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Even through the mud they can't be beat, yeah, they never sink because of their web feet. Not a dog will chase him or leave a mark, 'cause the hounds are too darn confused to bark. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. In the gloom of night he'll safely walk, 'cause the platypus postman goes in the dark. It's the darkest thing that you've ever seen, for the postman's bioluminescent green. But only males, maybe, I think. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. In the coldest rain they won't immune, they're protected by their thick horse fur. Of all the post carriers on the scene, only one of them is a Mondo Cream. I love that, Brian. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Believe in the platypus postman. He's got my mail. Platypus postman. I like that song. It's a fun song. Platypus yeoman. I mean, more like a very martial. We could do that. That's a very bad idea, and I'll probably pursue it later during the week. It'll sit in my head for a while and kind of wander around looking for something to stick to. I have, like I said, I like playing a lot of these songs. There's a lot of songs that I have not been playing because I've been doing fair. This year, I have not booked myself or attempted to book myself at conventions, mostly because I'm not sure how to do it. Other than when I have like one friend who helps do the entertainment for Texas Furry Fiesta up in Dallas, and I can apply to them pretty easily. And all the other ones, I'm just kind of like, what do I do? Do I get a membership and then pitch for the panel, or do I don't understand. I know there are people out there that perform at these shows regularly, and it's just a matter of getting my dang foot in the door. Alamo City Furry Invasion will probably be one that I will do again, because that was fun. This past couple of years have been bonkers. As you know, stuff basically caught on fire, blew up, fell over, and sank into the swamp. Had the day job. We're much better now. We're much better now. And while I'm playing songs I haven't played a lot, I think I'm going to play this one for Teppo, because he'll pick this up. If Teppo has any sense at all, he'll be sleeping, because he's in Finland. Long way away. But this song was actually requested by one of my Patreon guys, Richard, for Teppo, because he is our man in Finland. Long nights, cold days, up north, just a ways. Flying cyclist through the dawn, got his goggles and his helmet on. A man in Finland, a man in Finland. No more days sitting around, gotta get up. Get in town, find a way back to the square. Got some Fenix waiting there. A man in Finland, a man in Finland, go. So. One day of real solo. I got some candy. Hit the square, take in the sights, then right off into Helsinki's night. I got some candy, not the plan. All Helsinki respects a man. He's a man in Finland, a man in Finland. A man in Finland. Yes, we had a minor boating accident, but as they say, we left it the way we found it. I really like that one, and this one cries out for a solo of some kind. And either I'm gonna have to record it and then overdub a solo for it, or I'm gonna have to find someone who can play it live. Now, I've got a couple of candidates in mind, and a couple of people have said they're interested in trying to do something with it, so we'll see what comes of it. I mean, I say that every year, but this year I feel I'm a little bit more centered and able to actually, do things. So, cat hair. I have cat hair. I have a cat who is both white and black and blonde, and she sheds all over my black t-shirts, which is why I have a gray t-shirt now. Let me see. What other one? I want to do another one. Amy's home. Yay! I'm assuming that's Amy's home. Otherwise, the cats are doing something really complicated. Oh, one more song, I think. One more song. Ooh, this one I started writing and I started playing around with it. Let me see if I can remember it. There we go. Okay. Okay. I have written a song called In My Defense I Was Left Unsupervised, and I've written it 3 times, and this is the 3rd iteration of it. And it's just fun. This one, especially because I don't take it at all seriously. Now I do have words. So and I really should like put these into a font that I can see better. Make this into columns. So we're gonna see what happens here. There's a point at which I may just like do something so stupid and I can't read it now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I give you creating my playlist live on stage. Insert table. 2 rows, 2 columns, 1 row. Delete row. Copy all of this nonsense. Oh, no, I need to undo that because I just... Okay. Right. Hey, it's live theater. You know, it's a live stream. This is, I think, it adds flavor, right? Because now we all know that I am certainly not perfect. If you've not known me for a while. If you've not known me for a while, that's not really a hard thing to prove. And a lot of what I do is literally just making stuff up as we go along because that's the way that it works. We're making it up as we go along, make it up as we go along. Nobody here really knows what we're doing, and yet we muddle along. Yeah, it might seem a little bit scary. That's the reason I wrote the song. We're making it up as we go along, make it up as we go along. Ga-ding, 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 ga-ding. We're faking it. Ga-ding, 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 ga-ding. Yeehaw. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna copy that up, paste that in there. Now I can see the entire song. Blessedly. So, really, in my defense, I was left unsupervised. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. Whoa! And if you know me, then you should not be surprised. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. Oh, I'm a man of simple means, and I do not want to cause any scenes. Sometimes the way I work just goes against the grain. If you're wondering how it happened, well, you see, I can explain. Oh, in my defense, I was left unsupervised. In my defense, I only played it twice. I was left unsupervised. Oh, and if you know me, then you should not be surprised. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. Oh, pudding. I thought you liked snakes. Can't put the toothpaste in the tube. Shrewd. Animal control. I had to repave the entire street. I'm saying, in my defense, I was left unsupervised. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. Oh, and if you know me, then you should not be surprised. Yeah, yeah. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. And in retrospect, I guess I was perhaps probably needed to just go out and walk a couple laps, walking a bob. My reaction to this whole thing, well, it was biplane. And that is why, my friends, I just sing this here refrain. Oh, oh, in my defense, I was left unsupervised. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. Oh, oh. And if you know me, then you should not be surprised. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. Oh, love me, ba ba la ma 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 ba da ba da 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 da. Cotton candy all over the ceiling. Body got me down. Not those goldfish. I'm pretty sure those aren't my pants. They're not your pants either. How'd that happen? That one is just one, trolling for am I saying I am not very good at this? I am not very good at this, no. But I do enjoy it, and I hope you have enjoyed it as well. Because that's the whole point of this, is that I get the flight hours in, and y'all get something funny to listen to for a half hour or so. And I actually did play, by the way, I did play The Brief. And I can tell this story here. I'm going to tell the story here, and we're going to wrap this up with The Brief, because I feel it's appropriate. Now, we are marking the passing of one of the Texas Fair Circuit's, well, legends, really. And that would be the man known as Miguel of Don Juan and Miguel. He left us a little over a month ago. And last year, and I've known him for a while. Didn't know him well, because I am very much kind of a jetpack entertainer, I fly in, do stuff, and then back out again. But Douglas and I have interacted and talked, and he was a fascinating guy. The man knew his stuff, and he knew what he was doing. And there was just that the one time I have actually performed at what we call the Crown Pub Sing. Last year was the Crown Pub Sing, I think. Being run by the Burnley Minstrel on the main stage, and I think they have now moved it back over to the King's Pub, is that I played Useless Magic Sword in front of people who had never heard it before, and I was actually playing on the big stage for once in my tiny useless life. And it was well received, and I felt good about it. And he came to me later on, and he said, "Yeah, it's just I felt like it was a little long. In fact, I felt like most of the songs the pub sing was a little long." And I think part of it is that I was, well, one, what went on before me was definitely in the category of little long, and by little long I mean it was about 15 minutes, and it involved, among other things, playing a violin while smoking a cigarette, while having someone put a cigarette in their mouth, while having someone pour wine down their throat, while having someone wrap themselves around it was glorious, gleeful, self-indulgent fun. It would have gone over gangbusters at any night show at any fair. But it was a bit much. I felt it was a bit much, but that's because I am an old stick-in-the-mud fuddy-duddy. But the idea that my song had gone on too long stuck in my head. And so I thought about it, and I decided to write something as a response, which I give with all love and respect to the memory of Douglas Miguel. And I have actually used this when you just need to fill just a little bit of time. Let's see, are we still tuned? We may not be tuned at this point. Almost. Let's tune for this one. This is not a Solomon song, by the way. And well, walk up to the pub saying, I'm happy to perform. I've been informed that our show today is running a little long. I'd hate to disappoint you, know nothing of the sort. So to help the schedule out, here is a song that is short. And with that, we conclude the Tobias the Adequate Troubadork show for the 3rd of May. That's right, 2 days after May Day, May Day, May Day. Here in the house known as Odoroki, in the room known as Away, in an undisclosed location here in lovely San Antonio, Texas, where a Mexican restaurant can have a thriving business in the parking lot of another Mexican restaurant. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching, those of you who are watching this on replay, because I'm big in syndication. Of course, we want to support Adequacy in our lifetime. Patreon.com, The Adequate. PayPal.me, The Adequate. Venmo is @ The Adequate. Cash App is $sign The Adequate. My branding is disturbingly strong for someone who has so little ambition. I'll do this again. We will do this again. And we'll keep going on here and here. Now, Memorial Day weekend, I probably won't do it because we'll be driving up to go visit the Scarborough Renaissance Festival, where I will see Kay, and I will see Tim, and I will see a bunch of other people, and this will be a lot of fun. Thank you, Kit. Thanks, Tim. I like to get deeper into my catalog, and I'm going to start trying to re-record the demos that I have recorded with slightly more production value. There's some that I actually feel like confident enough to release out into the wild, say, here, give me $1. And there's some that's like, oh, I should give you $1 for listening to this. So we'll see how that all goes. So be good to yourselves. Be kind to each other. Treat people like people. Don't treat people like things. As always, trans rights are human rights, and becoming a TERF turns your brain into a potato. I have scientific evidence of it. I have receipts. It's true. Y'all have been wonderful. I continue to be Tobias the Adequate, despite all advice to the contrary. I thank you all once again